Hi friends, welcome to Bella Stitchery. So I'm new on the design team for Calico Collage, and this is my first project using their printables. I will have links to this collection in my description. This is their So Vintage collection, which is one of my favorite styles, so I was very excited to pick this one. I like printables for a multitude of reasons. One is you could print them out however many times you want. But not only that, you can resize them as needed. So this, for example, I don't know if you could see here, this is essentially 2 pages, like if you were going to fold it and make a journal. I decided to take 2 of those options and print them each 5 by 7. So I have smaller rectangles to work with. You could also crop one and print it full size. I'll show you. I think I have one here that I did. Here. So this was 1/2 of one of these, and I just printed it full page. So you have a lot more flexibility when it comes to printables. Let me show you one more option. So this is their button card part of the collection, which I love. If you wanted to print it smaller, which I did, here. See that? So you could print it depending on what size you're looking for. If you're doing cards, junk journals, tags, scrapbook pages, you may want them smaller or bigger, which again is a luxury you have with printables versus finding a collection at a scrapbook store. So that is just my little behind the scenes tip on printables. What I'm going to do, we're going to make a few cards. This isn't the whole collection either. There's a ton more as far as downloads and folders that come with the So Vintage collection. I just printed out some that I liked to make some cards with. I'm going to be taking some 8.5 by 11 creamy cardstock and cutting them down to make some A2 sized cards, which is just 4 1/4 down the middle. It's probably the size I use most often, and it's very easy to find A2 sized envelopes for those. And then just fold it in the middle like so. Super easy. I'm trying to think for my first cards. There's so many great options. I basically just kept looking at them over and over. The cardstock I use for my printables too, if you're wondering, because really paper does make a huge difference as far as print quality. This is Nina. I believe it's 65-pound cardstock. I will put a link to this also in my description, but look how great it prints. Pretty great, huh? Okay, so what we're going to do first is let's put a background paper. I kind of like this one on my card. So I'm just going to trim off the white edges from my cardstock here. And then fit it to the interior of my card like so. I really like this color combo too, like teals and pinks. Love it. I love the kind of vintage dress form style, all the little sewing notions on it. It's just adorable. Okay, so if you've used Calico Collage before, would you leave me a comment and let me know your favorite collection of theirs? I'm just starting with them, as I said, and I really love it so far. Okay, so I think I'm going to do like that. Let me find which image I want to use. I kind of like these ladies here, so I'm going to hand cut. Actually, no, I won't. Has a nice little line in the middle. Just make sure I don't cut it crooked on camera. Story of my life. Okay. Now I'm going to hand cut the rest. Sometimes that's easier for me to do, especially when I have witnesses, because I tend to cut things really crooked. So some of my projects started at a certain size in my head, and then they ended up to be tiny mini albums, because you just have to keep trimming till it looks right. Okay, so let's do that. That's cute. And I think I'm going to put some lace on the top. The thing I love most about this style is you could use so many fun little treasury elements. Lace, buttons, keys, brads. Everything you add just increases the charm. Get my better scissors here too. Okay. cute. It's already cute. Okay, so now I'm going to take another pattern paper section, maybe this one, to add a little bit something different toward the bottom. So let's do just a fun section like that. Trim off the bottom here. And what is your favorite thing about printables? Will you let me know? I really just like the variety it offers, different kind of styles, and people make such adorable printables. You could find a printable for just about any theme or any style, and it just opens up so many other possibilities for crafting, I think. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is put this piece down on my card with some art glitter glue like so. There we go. And I like these ladies. I also want to add some little sewing notion things. Like this. I love this. A hand cut around this here. And if you like fussy cutting, I'm sure you love printables, because this could be just hours with your favorite television show playing in the background and just hand cutting out everything. And what do you like to do? Do you pre-cut things or do you cut them as you need them? I used to pre-cut pieces and keep them in little baggies or little storage bins, but then I forget about them or they get destroyed because I also have kids. So now I tend to just cut them as I need them. So for this, I'm going to put a little bit of fun lace. Let's see, maybe like this one. Oh yeah. Just around it here, kind of dress it up a little bit. I'm going to glue it onto the back. Some hot glue. Try not to burn myself too badly on camera. Okay. Then I'm going to let's put a button on there. I do love buttons. I have so many. Maybe that's cute. Oh, no, I'm just going to go with plain ivory button. Put it right up there. And then I love adding pins like this. So cute. Let's maybe do a little yellow one. And I'm just going to stick it right through the back of the glue like so. Now I could kind of play with composition a bit. I also love using seam binding for my cards. I sell seam binding in my eBay shop. I'll have links to that too. I make my own colors and shades and collections. It is also my other passion. You know, as a crafter, there's just not one thing you do. There's like 50 because you kind of like everything. So I'm going to put this here maybe. Then let's put this one down next. And I feel like for this kind of shabby chic style, you really want to go kind of loosey-goosey on things and just let things go where they kind of want to go. I try not to structure my collages too much when I'm working with a vintage style because I want them all to kind of have their own personality and not look trying too hard. Does that make sense? How about another button? That'd be cute. Okay, I'm going to clip off the back of this button so it lays a little bit more flush with my ribbon here. Like so. And then I thought about using some of these. Look at these adorable charms. I'll put links to this too because I've had a lot of people ask about this. These I got on Amazon. They're metal and they're fairly large. These like kind of vintagey scissors I thought would be adorable with this style. Maybe down here. Yes. Perfection. I think I bought maybe too many of these because I bought several packs. But they're fun to just even look at, even if I'm not using them at the time. I just go through them. My kids like looking at them too. They're like, oh, it's so cute. Okay. Then I'm going to add a little bit of inking with my walnut stain, just a bit around those edges, so that white is just not so stark. And the first one is done. Yay. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. What do you think? Adorable, right? Should we make another one? Let's make another card. Okay, I wanted to clean off my desk a little bit so we can make another card here. For this one, I'm gonna use this adorable like sampler cross stitch looking one, because I also love cross stitch. It's basically like a combination of my two favorite things, paper crafting and cross stitching. I'm gonna cut this one up here. And for this background, I thought I'd use this lined paper journal page. Again, if you don't do junk journals, this is great because it has several pages of this style with the lines on it. Okay, we're gonna cut this down here. Some rhinestones snuck in. Just gonna move those out of the way. Okay, and let's do this way. Totes adorbs. I also love making general greeting cards like this because I feel like they are good for any occasion. I try not to get too boxed into holiday specific or greeting specific because then I feel like it limits what I could use it for. But these could easily be birthday cards. These could easily be I miss you, thank you, just checking in, how you doing, buddy? You know, all that stuff. Okay, so let's move this out of the way here. Going to see how I want to put this one down. Ooh, that's a nice big one too, look. Cute. Okay, I think I'm gonna flip this over. Do it that way. And then I printed out some, how cute is this? This kind of like, what is it, fabric tape? Is that what it's called? I feel like it is. So I'm gonna cut those out too and use them as embellishments. I like that style a lot. So I'm gonna cut those out. I also printed some up at a larger scale too for other pages later. I think I'm gonna make some scrapbook pages with the same kind of style. I really like it a lot. Cut this up. Like so. Maybe do some teal too. Super cute. This is a cute design for any kind of retro card. I love this kind of tape measure stuff. General ephemera. Okay, so I think I'm gonna put this going up the side. Yeah, like something like that's cute. Let me use some of my art glitter glue here. A little bit goes a long way with this stuff. But it is pretty cool stuff. Okay, so then I'm going to do this. Like so, and then I'm going to trim the extra. Not going to throw those pieces away. I feel like I could use them on another card. They're so cute. Okay, then I'm going to glue this whole thing down. Like so. I think I'm going to add a little ink to these edges, just kind of soften them up a little bit. Put that about here. So cute. Then we got to add another key. I mean, scissors. Because I love it. Why not? Again, I have like a million now. Such a cute touch. Then I'm going to do a little burlap for fun. I like doing texture behind things like flowers. Even if it's just a little bit kind of poking out. I have this flower from Prima here I thought would be a cute addition. But the burlap I think just makes it look more interesting. And again, this style works really well with A little this, a little that, all mixed together. Makes it charming. Okay, and then I'm going to add some more seam binding here underneath my flower. Cute. And then maybe top it off with a couple buttons. You can't go wrong with buttons. That's what I tell myself every time I buy more buttons. Yeah, I like that. Super cute. Okay, so carefully, so as again not to glue my hands down to the paper. Ooh, hot glue. Hot glue is always, it's always a little risky. Okay, and there's our card, second card. So cute. I'm gonna add a little bit more of that brown, soften up the white. You could use a darker, creamier cardstock too, or craft paper. But it's so easy to kind of color in your cardstock with some ink. So sweet, so cute. Let's make another one. Okay, for the next card, I have already prepped this. I cut it out from that full size sheet I was showing you earlier, and I just sewed some buttons right on there. You can also stitch them on the back if you'd like. In the essence of time, I just chose hot glue. I'm going to ink up my edges here again. A little bit there, and I think I'm going to use the same background we used for the first one. I feel it has a really nice color palette on there, so I'm going to cut this down like so. On a side note, does anyone else struggle with the balance of too much caffeine, not enough caffeine? I feel like I haven't had coffee in a few days, and so I made coffee today, and now I feel like maybe I had too much coffee. The jitters are finally setting in, even though it's been a few hours since I had any. Is anybody else? Can you relate? Is that just me? Okay, let's put this one around here. Kind of getting an idea of placement for how I want everything to look. Ink this a little bit more here. This is so cute. I love, actually what drew me to this collection was this sewing card, button card look. I love it. Okay, so I think I'm going to do some lace on this one too. That same lace I just used. This is also from Amazon. I'll put a link to this lace collection if you like it. Check out the links in my description for that stuff. Also, on another side note, does anyone else, I feel like this happens to be more with cards than with scrapbook pages. My workspace can get so overwhelmingly messy when I'm working with cards. I think it's because each card is really its own little artistic canvas. And I will start to craft with something and then I'll look around and the entire, as far as the eye could see, just trashed. Where is anything? No one knows. I can't find anything. Again, maybe that's also just me. But I feel like with scrapbook pages, maybe because they take a little bit longer, tends not to be as chaotic of a workspace for me as card making, where it's just like complete explosion. It's basically like when my kids are working with Legos or sequins or buttons, and it's just everywhere suddenly. Okay, so for this, I'm going to do a lot of flowers. I like this pack of flowers from Premium Marketing. I'll have a link to this too. I think the color family works really well with the printables. Happy, right? Isn't that happy? So cute. So let me just I'm going to take all of them off so I can kind of look at it. See what I want to do. Oh my gosh, these are so cute. I love big flower clusters, which if you've seen, I don't know, anything I make, you probably aren't surprised by that news. I tend to go a little big with the flowers, but I just like them. Oh no, you didn't see that. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Let's not talk about it. Okay, so I'm going to do like this. I'm also going to do a bow. like so. Just kind of fold it over, grab some hot glue, tuck that underneath there. Nice and fluffy like. So sweet, so cute. Then I'm going to add a few leaves. These leaves are from 49 and Market. I feel like leaves just really finish a floral collage. Adds a little bit more depth. Gives you a different kind of size scale. Oh my gosh, this is so cute. Okay, I'm feeling this. Really feeling this, friends. Which one's your favorite so far? I think we're going to make 4 today. Will you show me in your comments which one you like the best? Oh my gosh, this is so cute. Okay, so I think we're done. I have added to my heart's content on this lovely one. I love it. What do you think? I'm going to show you closer because this is my favorite. I'm being a partial. I'm skewing the votes. Look, look. Now, which one do you like? Let me just show you this again. Just kidding. Okay, let's move on. Let's make another card. Okay, for our last card, I think I'm going to use some more of that lined paper here. Oh no, let me trim this down to fit. Maybe this way on this one. So really these printables too can go a long way. I could easily make probably another 3 or 4 cards with just what I had printed out to show you earlier. And again, if you really like one print, you could print that out multiple times. It's pretty groovy that way. Okay, and this one I think I'm going to do another fun collage type deal. So I'm going to put this here. Here I have a paper doily, which I love. Here I hand cut this printable piece here. And then the B is for buttons. You ink that up. And then this dress form, super cute. Cards are all about layers. Even if it's just peeking through a little bit, it makes such a difference in the overall look of the card when you add layers. So I'm going to put this down here, about like so. And I want this to be my main focus. Pull it down a little bit. And I'm going to do some more flowers here. This I want to kind of tuck back here. Maybe even stick it up just a little bit from my card. I don't concern myself too much with whether or not something will fit in an envelope. Look at it, cute. Love that. So I think these should still fit, other than maybe the flowers might be a little big, but that's fine. Go big or go home. I can't edit myself when I'm just feeling a floral vibe. I just got to go with it. Okay, let's do that. Let's put a little, oh my gosh, this is so cute. Oh, it just makes my heart happy working with pretty things. Okay, I'm going to put this around here. Now I could put the whole thing on my card. Sometimes I wait to do this step, as you'll notice, until later in the card making process, just because if I'm going to put certain kinds of lace or ribbon that I want to tuck around the side, it's easier if I wait to put that down on my card base. I have done it the other way before and then had to rip it back up, especially with ribbon. Because ribbon I like to just tuck around the side. It looks a little bit cleaner than just cutting it at the edge. Okay, and then I'm going to use, I think, a little bit more from that flower collection with some more seam binding. Because why not? It's adorable and I love it. So I'm put my ribbon about here. I'm going to layer my flowers on the top. And I am quite thrilled with this whole process. There we go. Straighten that out a little bit. Maybe let's do a couple. I did say buttons. I feel like this should have buttons on there. Let's do a couple. This is my favorite, this shell colored button. All-time favorite button color. I have lots of colors, but I always come back to these clear, almost opal colored buttons. They're just so great. They blend in really nice. Sometimes if I go for a colored button, I feel too much pressure to match. And as you can see, like, there's so many variations of color that sometimes I'm like, no, forget it. I'm going back to my shell color. So here's my last card. What do you think? Let's look at them all. All of their glory. Together again. Oh my gosh, so cute. So cute. What do you think? I'm glad you could craft with me today. Could I just say that? I tend to get a little bit lost in my craft. Oh no, look, I forgot to ink this one. So it's nice to have company. Keep in touch, will you? And share with your friends. Say, look, here's this lady. She's doing stuff. She's gluing things down. You might like to see her glue things down. Subscribe to my channel too and ring the bell. That way you're updated as I post new content. Let me know what you think of these beauties. Check out all the links below. Check it out, try it out. Let's make some stuff. Bye!